All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. It is Tuesday, just about 1 week from Christmas, and that means it is Montreal Expos night here inside the cave. Tonight, we are going to be discussing Christmas movies. So last week on the Whalers channel, we did movies, actually on the Expos and the Whalers, because we had two in the same night. We discussed our favorite movies, 80s movies of all time. We discussed some other good stuff, especially on Whalers night. But here we are on Montreal Expos night, and we are discussing Christmas movies. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? What is a Christmas movie and what isn't a Christmas movie? Anything you want to discuss here inside the cave tonight. Along with that, we will be playing some baseball as well. And as you can see right here on the main screen, we are 54 and 43. We currently sit 12 and a half games behind the Atlanta Braves here in the 1999 season with the Montreal Expos. We were at the All-Star break when we finished last episode, and I went ahead and I played that out. All right, we had nobody in the home run derby. We had two Hall of Famers. No, we had two All-Star game participants, and I played that out. Again, I'm a little disappointed because I can't see the uniforms that I worked hard to make in this All-Star game. It actually puts them in their Washington Nationals uniform, so that's a little bit of a disappointment. But it was fun. It was fun. I got to see a little bit of it, so definitely fun to watch. But that leads us right up to here. So we're through the All-Star break, and we're going to kick things off with the Boston Red Sox in 3. That's at home at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. So we will be making our way in there shortly. We got that's about 7:57 here on the West Coast. I'm going to go about 3 minutes, and then we will get this show on the road. So if you're just jumping in, if you're going to jump in, you want to throw in some comments. We're talking Christmas movies tonight, seeing as how we are 1 week from Christmas. Hopefully that kind of gets the ball rolling on some conversation, and we can talk as we roll through the episode tonight. So we're going to be about 2 minutes. I'm going to put things on pause here, and then we'll get right to it. All right, everyone, and welcome back into the cave. We are through that little bit of a break time. It is now exactly 8 o'clock here on the West Coast, and we are about ready to get this show on the road. let's go back, take a look at where we currently stand. Here in the National League East, this is the Montreal Expos franchise mode. We are live. We're currently in second place here in the 1999 season with a record of 54-43, leaps and bounds ahead of where we were last year at this time. So that is a huge, huge improvement for this Expos team. Now, of course, we did go out and we made some serious moves. We got some serious players, and this team is starting to move up the ladder. So, but we have seen some struggles and some weaknesses with this squad. Pitching, definitely tough. Now, we are 10th overall in pitching on paper, but a lot of that is coming from our farm system. Our starting pitching is not the best. Our bullpen pitching is definitely not the best. So we're going to see kind of how things grow moving forward. We're going to jump over here to All-Star voting just to give you an idea as to who made it and who didn't. These were basically the starters. So I skipped through the All-Star game, as I mentioned, kind of in the prelim intro, if you were here a couple minutes ago, but we did skip through the All-Star break. I went in and played it myself just to see, and it was okay, but we had no home run derby contestants or anything like that, so nothing really fun here. But the National League team was dominated by Atlanta Braves, as you can see here on the board. The All-Star starter at catcher was Javi Lopez. First base was Jim Thome from Chicago. Kilvio Veras of the Padres was your starting second baseman. Edgar Renteria of the Marlins was our shortstop. Chipper Jones played third. Ryan Klesko was in left field. Andrew Jones of the Braves also out there in center field. And, of course, Sammy Sosa, Chipper Jones led the National League in votes, but Sammy Sosa played right field, also from the Cubs. So, basically a Cubs-Braves all-star team with Kilvio Veras and Edgar Renteria sprinkled in there. So that was the National League. We can also take a look at the American League. The starting pitcher was Pedro Martinez. The relief pitchers were Andres Feliz and Danny Patterson. Closing pitcher was Alexi Baladeras and, of course, Mariano Rivera of the Yankees, who they did no justice. He doesn't really look like him. The catcher was Eddie Taubensee of the Milwaukee Brewers. First base was Tino Martinez. Second base was Chuck Knobloch. Third base was Cal Ripken. Excellent. Shortstop was Derek Jeter. Left field, Darren Erstad. Center field, Reggie Sanders of the Orioles, who's having a great season. And out in right field was Tim Salmon of the Toronto Blue Jays. So that was just a look at the All-Star teams. Like I said, I didn't jump in and show you that game or anything, but still wanted to at least touch on it so you could at least see what happened. Okay. Actually, we could see what happened. So let's go ahead and take a look, right? So the American League All-Stars lost to the National League, so good for us. Yay, the National League won 7-6. In the All-Star game. But we're right here. This is where we're going to start in the episode here. So we are heading into the second half of the season. All right. We are healthy. We are ready to play. We've got the Red Sox to kick the second half off. They are 56-40 heading into this series. We are 54-43. On the hill, for the Sox, they're going to have Carl Pavano, and we will have Javier Vasquez. Now, Carl Pavano was an Expo in the first season. Here, we made that trade. We sent Carl Pavano to the Red Sox for Troy O'Leary. Now, I got a little guff for that, but you know what? It seems to be working out for us so far, right? It definitely seems to be working out for us so far. So, we'll be taking on Boston for 3 games, and then it's San Diego. This is a homestand, so hopefully we can get some wins here. All right, we're going to try to roll through. We're going to see how much we can get through here in about 2 hours. We'll go to probably about 9:45, 10 o'clock this evening. So if you're jumping in, feel free to throw in any comments anytime you want. Tonight's topic, and this is just to kind of get things going, but tonight's topic is going to be Christmas movies. What makes a Christmas movie? What's your favorite Christmas movie? Who's your favorite character in a Christmas movie? I don't care. Throw it out there as we play through the games. Now, as we get towards the end of the night, maybe I'll even let you know my favorite Christmas movie. I might even do that. And it could be old ones. It could be new ones. It could be 90s. It could be 80s. It could be 70s. I don't care. Doesn't matter. Whatever it is you want to talk about. All right. If you just want to talk sports, hockey, baseball, football, throw it up on the board. The only thing I'm going to say to you tonight, for my regular viewers, my Fortnite skills are not quite there yet. Okay. I played last week. I played on this one world board, whatever you want to call it, and it was like a fever dream. I had no idea what I was doing. All I know is that I started shooting at things and nobody ever got hurt or died. So I don't know. It was crazy. But we are going to roll into game numero uno of our opening series after the All-Star break. We're going to take on the Boston Red Sox, and we're going to do that. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to do Sundays. We'll actually jump in and play. We'll fast sim through the first, whatever it is, the week, and then Sundays we'll watch. So a little Sunday night baseball. Okay, so we have 27 players on our active roster, and we need to get rid of somebody. So that's nice. Let's go ahead and see what we have here. Where are we heavy? I see 5 starting pitchers. Oh, those are relief pitchers, dummy. Okay, so I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 starting. But let's see where else we have. Okay, Ugether Bina. Well, welcome in. Hello, how are you this evening? Ivan Rodriguez is a catcher with Laduca Henley, Fulmer, Mark Grace, Mark Grudzielanek, Jeff Blum. Oh, where did he come from? Bye-bye, Jeff Blum. You're going back down to AAA. Thank you. Okay, so that gets us back to 26 on our starting roster. All right, let's go ahead and roll with this now. Okay, so we are taking on the Boston Red Sox in Montreal. We've got 6 games in this home stand. We'll take on Boston and San Diego. Game number 1, Javier Vasquez and Carl Pavano, former Expo. And I don't care. Auto fix it. Okay. So we have to sign our draft picks too. Oh, that's right. We drafted like right before we left the last episode. So we lost that game after all that button pushing. Okay. So let's go and take a look at our draft picks, and we've got to sign them. So we'll go for, all right, Alexi, and we'll put this guy on the board. Who's our second pick? He was our second pick, and this guy was our third pick. So it's going to take a little time to sign them, but okay. Back to the actual baseball plan. So if you're just jumping in, all right, topic of the night, because it's something we like to do here inside the cave. We're talking Christmas movies. Throw it up on the board. Favorite Christmas movie, character, I don't care, scene, whatever it is you want to talk about. Okay, so we're taking on Boston in game number 2. We got Tim Wakefield, the knuckleballer, right? Rest in peace, buddy. Against Trey Moore. Trey Moore is 9-4. He is our ace, but he's pitching in the 4th slot in our rotation, and we get a win. So that means, did Trey Moore go to 10-4? Ooh, he did. How about that? Okay, so the Sox, we get one off the Sox. Now we're going to jump in. We're going to play this Sunday game. All right, and of course, if we jump in and we play, if we go to extra innings, you know what that means, right? Extra innings means we jump in and actually watch part of the game. Okay, I don't exactly remember what I'm doing here. Ha, here we go. Perfect. Sox Spos. Die Hard 2. Is it a Christmas movie? Well, it takes place at Christmas time. Um, yeah, I would say so. I mean, I would watch Die Hard 1 and Die Hard 2. I think I've watched them actually on Christmas Day before. So, yeah, I definitely would. I would consider it a Christmas movie. I think of the action movie genre, the ones from the 80s and 90s that would call Christmas movies, right? Die Hard, Die Hard 2, Lethal Weapon. Lethal Weapon takes place at Christmas. A lot of people don't realize that, right? But it does. Um, Okay, we're not going to make any changes here. See, now I get distracted. You start talking to me and I get distracted. Okay, Bobby Hens hasn't played in a while and is starting to lose his edge. Now, we cannot have that. Our Hall of Fame prospect, Bobby Henley. No, we need to put that man in. So we're going to put Bobby Henley is going to go in for our catcher. Beautiful. Welcome to the game. Okay, so if that's a little too loud, let me know because in my earphones it's a little loud, but. Okay, so we got a few viewers in here. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Once again, Christmas movies is the conversation piece of the night. Actually, it could be anything you want, whatever it is you want to talk about, anything, except for politics and religion. We don't talk about that in here. Okay, this is just like the job. All right, so Craig Biggio is going to lead off for the Sox, and yes, we do tend to forget that Craig Biggio actually did play for he didn't play for the Red Sox, I don't think. I think he played for Pawtucket. I think he was in the minors. I'm not really sure. And then he got traded. So, but Craig Biggio will be rolling. He's he's leading off in this one. Mike Thurman pitching for the Spos, and Biggio grounds out. Bragg is going to ground out, and Nomar Garciaparra singles to get the Sox going. Greg Vaughn walks Mo Vaughn. How about Mo Vaughn, everybody? And he's going to strike out. All right, Bruce Chen on the hill for the Sox in this one. Rondell White to lead off for the Spos, and he flies out. Grudzy grounds out. Mark Grace is going to ground out. Travis Fryman now the batter. He strikes out. Brent Maine grounds out, and Damon Buford walks. Bruce Chen coming to the plate. Oh, yeah, I forgot. The American League pitchers have to bat. My favorite Home Alone movie. Yes. My favorite Home Alone movie it's got to be the first one, right? I mean, I saw that in the theater when I was probably, well, I don't want to give away my age too much, but I was a kid. I don't know, 4th, 5th grade. And I believe there's 3 movies. I believe there's 3 movies because there was 2 with the original guy and 1 with the other little kid. I'm not really sure. I don't think Joe Pesci and Stern were in the 3rd one. Now there might be a 4th one. You're going to tell me that probably. Polar Express. I've never seen that. I've never seen Polar Express. I've never once seen that movie. I used to play this polar bowling thing though on the computer with my kids when they were little, but I've never seen Polar Express. Okay, Mike Thurman still on the hill. Bruce Chen is going to ground out. Thank you very much. Ken Griffey Jr. now walks. Vladdy Guerrero. Fielder's choice. Charlie Hayes. Double play. Come on, Charlie Hayes. Biggio strikes out. Darren Bragg singles. Nomar Garciaparra flies out. Greg Vaughn. Come on, dude. Seriously, there's 6 Home Alone movies? Is that right? Okay, now I gotta take a second to look this up because oh my lord, there really is that many Home Alone movies. I am so lost. Let's see. What? Since when? Since when? Wait, and there's going to be a Home Alone 7? Get out of here. There was a Home Alone in 2012. That's nuts. That's nuts. I'm so lost. I'm so lost with that stuff. Okay, getting back to the game. Orlando Cabrera pops out. Bobby Hens grounds out. And Mike Thurman singles. So we got a single from our pitcher. Good for him. Rondell White singles. So look at Mike Thurman sparking something here in the third. And then Grudzy doubles in both. So thank you, Mike Thurman, our pitcher, coming up huge. That's the thing about National League pitchers. Usually they could hit a little bit, just enough to help themselves out. Mark Grace singles. Ken Griffey Jr., can you go Yad? No, he pops up. You know, I'm beginning to think I spent too much money on this guy. I really am. Okay, Mo Vaughn doubles. Travis Fryman grounds out. Brent Maine grounds out. Damon Buford grounds out. Okay, Vladdy Guerrero singles. Charlie Hayes triples and knocks in Guerrero. It's 3-0. Cabrera pops out. Bobby Hens going to strike out. And there's a strikeout there. Okay, so we are through 4 innings. It is 3-0 Spos. Red Sox coming to the plate. Chen's going to lead off. He grounds out. BGO strikes out. Bragg is going to ground out here. Okay, so we're in the bottom of the 5th. Rondell White singles, and he's 2 for 3. How about Rondell White coming up with the bat here in this one? Gruzzi with the reaches on an error. So we got first and second. Do we bunt Mark Grace? Do we bunt Mark? Nah. Oh, Ron Mahay is coming in to pitch. Grace hits him to a fielder's choice. And Griffey hits a 3-run jack, so he finally comes up big. I call him out on the freaking contract, and the dude goes yad. All right, here's Vladdy Guerrero. He strikes out. Charlie Hayes with the ground out. So Nomar Garciaparra going to lead off here for the Sox. All right, I got one for you. If you're watching me, one of my 3 viewers, and you're familiar with the Derek Jeter, Nomar Garciaparra years, who's better? Who's better, right? Again, I think I brought this up last time we saw the same thing, and I had this big debate about this one day at work, and, I always like to hear what you think. Okay, Nomar is going to fly out. Greg Vaughn is going to walk. Mo Vaughn is going to walk. So Thurman's blowing this one. Yeah, I kind of figured you'd say that. Nomar Garciaparra is better than... Okay, so now that you say that with multiple exclamation points, feel free to give me evidence as to why. You tell me exactly why he's bad. I mean, I got 5 reasons why he's... Oh, dude, you already got ahead of me. I can't read the whole... He had a better between pitch... What? Yeah, that is a long... comment there. Okay, Brent Maine is going to ground into a double play. Orlando Cabrera is up. He reaches on an error. Good for him. So we got out of that, folks. We got out of that with giving up no runs. Bobby Hens grounds into a double play. Bobby Hens is 0 for 3 in this one after just begging to get in the lineup. Thurman is going to strike out. So Mike Thurman has a little juice left. So we're going to leave him in here for the 7th, and then we'll probably see... why am I blanking on my guys? I don't know. We'll see somebody coming in the 8th. Let's just put it that way. Ground out. Jack Kim is going to strike out. BGO grounds out. Okay, so he gets through it. Thurman gets through it. He's got a shutout. Good for him. I say that a lot. Good for him. But Rondell White strikes out. Grudzy grounds out, and Mark Grace is going to ground out. Between pitches. Oh, you mean that little thing he used to do with his gloves and the Velcro? That between pitches thing. I thought you were giving me some like actual stat. Like, when he was 0-2, he had a better batting average than Derek Jeter. Some stuff like that. Gotta keep my watch my mouth. I don't want to cuss. All right, Darren Bragg walks. So it's time to take Mike Thurman out. Sorry, Mike, but you got to come out. We're going to go with Mulholland. That's who I was thinking of. Terry gets the strikeout, and then he gets Greg Vaughn to ground into a double play. Thank you very much. Dario Veras and Griffey Jr. He's now 2 for 3 in this one. All right. He got a homer and a double, and we're going to have him steal third.
He's out.
And he's going to get caught stealing. So if I've learned anything here over the couple of games I've done this with, Griffey Jr. is not a base stealer. Definitely not a base stealer. Vladdy hits a solo jack. It's 7-0 Expos. Hayes grounds out. Cabrera flies out. All right, Mulholland is we'll just leave him in, right? He walks. He gives up a single. Strikes out Maine. And then Buford into a double play. So that means we just won a series. All right. Now, as I was saying that, this whole Blues Clues thing kind of popped in my head. I'm not going to sing the song, but it has to do with We Just Got a Letter. Except replace letter with series. Anyway. Oh, it was a long day, folks. It was a long day today. All right. So we take 2 out of 3 from Boston at home. We lost 10-7. We won 8-4, and then we get a shutout on Sunday Night Baseball, 7-0. Now we're heading into a series with the San Diego Padres, our universe's 1999 Padres, who are 44-56. So here's who we're going to see in the 3-game series. Former Padres Sterling Hitchcock will be on the hill for the Expos in Game 1. They will have Matt Clement. Game 2, we'll see Dustin Hermanson against Frank Tejeda. And then, of course, in Game 3, we'll have Javi Vasquez against Danny Bush. Now, look at Javi Vasquez in Game 3. He's 8-8 on the season with 81 Ks. So he's improving. The guy's been pitching pretty good here over the last couple of series appearances. So he's up to 8-8 now. That is Sterling Hitchcock is the only Expos pitcher who does not have a winning record. And again, another guy we dropped big bucks on, and he's just not doing what we asked him to do, except for striking people out. He's got 112 Ks. So maybe we can get a win here in Game 1 against the Padres. Oh, you know what? We got to sign a stupid draft picks. Okay, so here's who we're working on signing. So motivation to sign is 49, 46, and 49. And we've got to make sure that that's 50 or higher to offer them a contract. So let's take this guy off the board. See if there's anyone who's... Okay, Elroy Sanguian. His boy Elroy. And he is going to sign with the team. No, he declined. He must have a better offer somewhere else. Okay, Elroy, well, you're going to be taken off the board. All right, and we'll put Solomon back up there, and we'll just move on to the next week. We'll give him to 2 days from now. We'll give him a little bit of time to think about making some money. Now, maybe it's because it's Canadian money. I don't know. I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed when it comes to that stuff. It's probably taxes and money and all sorts of stuff, but we'll see. Maybe they'll sign with us. Let's go back to the baseball games, right? We've got the Padres. Best Grinch movie. They're asking me what the best Grinch movie is. Jim Carrey or OG or latest animated. Why are there so many? But I have to just go with the OG cartoon, right? I mean, look, while we're talking about this, there was something about Christmas when I was a kid. It was like, okay, you had, I believe, and I could be wrong, but it was almost like each network, and again, this is dating me, but you had the ABC, NBC, CBS, right? And each one of them had like their Christmas movie. So you had Rudolph, he was on one channel, and Frosty, the Snowman, was on another channel. And then the Grinch, to be honest with you, as a child, I was kind of scared of the Grinch, kind of freaked me out a little bit. But if we're going back that far to like the TV, if we consider those TV shows, movies, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was my absolute favorite. Even though it was kind of cheese with the that what his nose would do. Of course, it's supposed to light up, but it was kind of weird how it did it in that movie, and the noise that it made was kind of weird. But there's one that's really interesting, and if you get a chance to, kind of YouTube or go to YouTube and type in Star Wars Holiday Special. That one is sick. That is sick. Now I wasn't around for that. I'm actually that was a couple years before I was born, but the Star Wars Holiday Special was something else. Okay, San Diego Padres, game one of the series. Sterling Hitchcock, Matt Clement, and we take a loss. Thank you, Sterling Hitchcock. You're pitching like garbage. Dustin Hermanson in game two against Frank Tejeda, and we take a loss. And we have to sign our stupid draft picks. And Alexi says, yes, I'd like to talk contract. So, Alexi, how much would you like? 4.66 million? Well, you better be one damn good catcher. And he has decided to sign with the team. So we have yet another catcher on this team. So if you are just jumping in, you've never seen the show before, we have Hamilton Porter down in Double-A. Okay, we have Bobby Hens, we have Paul LaDuca, we have Pudge Rodriguez. So this team is loaded with catchers right now, and we just signed another one. Welcome to the team. Okay, Solomon Crow, we are going to offer you a contract, and you are going to sign. Welcome to the club, Solomon Crow. You are a pitcher, and that is something that we definitely need. All right. Once again, holiday movies are the talk of the day. Go ahead and throw it up on the board anytime you want. Okay, Joaquin Carlson, he's only at 48%, so we won't be doing anything with him as of yet. But we're going to go ahead and see what else we got in here. Now, Elroy, our boy Elroy, he already turned us down once, so we're going to let him stew in that for a little bit. You think about that when you're looking for a team next year, Elroy. And we're going to let those guys sit. So everyone else, we have to get them started, right? So let's go ahead and get them started. Napoleon, we're going to call him Napoleon Dynamite. And when we actually get him on the team and we sign him, we're changing his name to Napoleon Dynamite. And then we're going to make him look like Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, we're going to finalize that. Alexi Armas, we just signed him. He's the bajillion-dollar catcher. Who is now down in the Expos farm system. Okay, getting back to baseball, because that's what we're all here for, right? San Diego Padres, Game 3, and yes, we got a win. So Anthony Telford comes out of the bullpen to win that one, and we're going to sim through that. The Mariners are offering us a trade. Uh-oh. That means they're not doing too good. They want a piece of the Spos pie. Let's see what we got here. Jay Buhner and Alex Rodriguez for Ugeth Urbina. Holy cow. They want to give us Alex Rodriguez and Jay Buhner for Ugeth Urbina. All right, you know what? I'm going to leave this one up here for about 2 minutes. This is going to sit there till 8:30. So just take a look at the numbers on the board. Tell me what you think. All right, my assistants out there, tell me what you think. All right, I am a massive Jay Buhner guy. I was sad when the Yankees traded him to the Mariners, but A-Rod, and this is a young A-Rod, which means he's going to be up and coming, even though they have him as a D. He's a cheater, but take him. Okay, well, I mean, but this is 1999 A-Rod. Okay, this isn't like A-Rod, you know. So, but Jay Buhner? Now, here's the thing, though. So, Ugeth is costing us $16.3 million, and those two guys together would be $22.7 million. So, our budget after is still high, because I made so many crazy moves in the off season to kind of free up some cash. This could change things for us for a while. So, you know what? As much as I kind of like the whole Ugeth thing, we don't have a closer. We wouldn't have a closer if we do this. Add Eloy Chavez. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if they'll go for that. Oh, they won't let me. They won't let me change it. So I'd have to go into the trade board and do it. Okay, so I see. So you're thinking, remember that. So we got Jay Buhner and A-Rod for Ugeth. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to decline it for now. We're going to jump back over. That is way too interesting that they want to do that. I mean, we already have one of their players, right? Okay, so let's go A-Rod, Jay Buhner, and Eloy Chavez. He's a starting pitcher. He's a B potential, so he's currently a 71. So we might be able to throw him into the bullpen and have him be our closer, right? And who did they want? They wanted Ugeth or Bina, so we'd have to give him something a little more. You see that kind of blue bar moving on the top? We have to get it balanced. It's got to hit the middle. So if we take Eloy out, see how it goes more towards the center. All right. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what else we can throw in there. I wonder if I could throw in that draft pick I just got, that catcher. Oh, I can't give up Paul LaDuca because he's a Rule 5. He's a Rule 5. But we might be able to give up a little Chris Widja. Nope, they don't want him either. Okay, so let's take him out, and I think if we give him Pudge. Oh, so it's saying, okay, so it won't let me do it because of their budget. So why did they even offer it in the first place? Well, that was a waste of my time. Okay, I should have just taken it when it was on the screen. So that's a loss. So we don't get A-Rod. If he blows up in this game, I'm going to go crazy for not just taking the deal. Okay, so let's go back. We've got a couple draft picks to sign. Joaquin Carlson, welcome to the club. He's a starting pitcher, so we got a lot of starting pitchers. Napoleon Dynamite, Elroy. Do we offer Elroy one more contract? Sure. Welcome to the team, Elroy. Another catcher. Jeez, how many catchers did I draft? A couple too many, obviously. Okay. Heading back to baseball. Welcome back in. Okay. Seattle. Game 1. We get a win. Woohoo! Trey Moore gets his 11th of the season. Paul Abbott takes the loss. Mike Thurman in Game 2 against Ken Cloud. And we get another win. All right. Cloud. Yeah, I think that's Tommy Boy, right? Okay, so still can't do anything there. All right, folks. So we won the series. We're going to go for the sweep here against the Mariners, who just offered us that big trade. And watch these guys kill us in this game. Watch them absolutely kill us in this game. All right. Oh, that's right. We're playing at the Kingdom. Hopefully we get an extra inning game. I'd love to see that. I haven't played there in this game. I haven't seen it yet. All right, Sterling Hitchcock on the hill. That means we're going to lose.
Play ball.
Okay, Rondell White. Jamie Moyer. God, he must have been like 40 in this season. That's a joke because he pitched for a long time. Rondell White grounds out. Grudzy grounds out. Mark Grace strikes out. Now we're going for the sweep here. A-Rod to lead off. Grounds out. Torrey Hunter playing for the Seattle Mariners. They must have got him when they lost Ken Griffey in free agency to the Expos. Ground out. Segui fly out. Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. First time in Seattle since he left. So you know what? We're going to go in and watch him play. We're going to go in and watch this at bat. Let's go check this out. Ken Griffey Jr. at the Kingdom. First time since joining the Expos. And let's go right here and watch his at bat. Look at that. Ken Griffey Jr. at the plate. Here we go. Jamie Moyer on the hill. Old school uniforms.
Yep, that ball went out. As he looks at ball one.
Good take. Oh, and he rips one. Ah, it's foul.
With some impressive production lately.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can.
So he's only batting .233 on the season. So kind of struggling.
He's showing us why he's lasted.
Oh, I think he fouled it off his Dinga. He fouled that one off the catch his Dinga. All right, here we go. Jamie Moyer, 1-2 to Ken Griffey Jr. And he strikes him out. Well, Jamie Moyer threw that 84-mile-an-hour changeup. Okay, here's the next batter. We'll watch Vlad. Let's just watch the inning, right? We'll watch the inning. Vlad Guerrero at the plate. Jamie Moyer delivers. That's low.
Ball one, no strike.
Was recently in the All-Star game for the first time. A nice career achievement.
So he's having a heck of a season. 329, 16 home runs, a bunch of ribbies. Oh, yes. Drop. Oh, he missed it. Go hard. Go hard, Vlad. Going for third.
And he's got himself a triple.
Nice.
Came off the bat really well in the center field.
Okay, so we got a triple. We got to watch the next at bat, right? Okay. So Vladdy. Look at him. He missed it by a mile. He missed it by a mile.
Everything hit their way. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across.
Okay, so we've got Troy O'Leary at the plate. We got Vladdy at third. Now we jumped into this to see Ken Griffey Jr. in his first at-bat back in Seattle. But we're going to stick and watch the half inning. That'll be fun. It's fun, right? Yeah.
Away with a runner at third. Here in the third and final game of the series.
Troy O'Leary at the plate. Oh, and he puts one down the line. A-Rod.
In plenty of time to first.
Okay, so we got one. Good job. So A-Rod, who could have been an Expo if we actually used our darn brains and thought about it at the time.
So 2 down now, and here is Charlie.
Okay, here's Charlie Hayes. Ex-Yankee.
And the first pitch misses for ball one. That puts the corner. Swing and a ground.
Oh.
And it goes.
So the stadium looks pretty much like it did, right? Absolutely. The other one that I want to see is Minnesota. I haven't seen the old Homer Dome or Metrodome or whatever we called it.
Inside, ball two.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three-two.
So I do like the game this year. They did a great job with the game this year. Got the ticker going on the bottom of the screen.
Comes up empty.
Ah, and Charlie strikes out. Damn it, Charlie.
Got it. 2-3 strikeout ends the inning.
Okay, so let's go back now to the old quick manage. All right. So Jay Buhner, they put him in an Expos uniform even though we don't have him. That happens every time I do this. All right, Buhner, ground out. Everett, strikeout. Wilson, single. Rossi. Rico Rossi. Okay. Jamie Moyer back on the hill for the Mariners. Cabrera, singles. Paul LaDuca, double play. Rondell White, strikeout. Miguel De Los Santos strikes out. Jermaine Clark strikes out. And A-Rod strikes out. Ooh, we got it tonight. Okay, Jamie Moyer gets Grudzy. Grace pops up. Griffey flies out. Torrey Hunter grounds out. David Segui singles. Jay Buhner, double play. Vladdy Guerrero, walk. O'Leary, fielder's choice. Hayes, double play. So 4.5 innings down. We are up 1-0. Sterling Hitchcock is pitching a gem. Why did you just say that, Mike? Because now he's going to blow it. Everett strikes out. Wilson singles. Rossi singles. De Los Santos flies out. Okay, so we didn't get out of that. Clark singles. And we got bases juice for A-Rod. And he drives in two. God, Sterling Hitchcock, you're garbage in this game. Hunter doubles in two. Oh, no, doubles in one. We threw out a runner home plate. Okay. Orlando Cabrera, pop up. Paula Duca, strikeout. Rondell White,
Ball four. Take
walk. Grudzielanek, ground out. Segui, error. Well, reaches on an error. Buhner with a single. Everett strikes out. Dan Wilson grounds out. Rico Rossi flies out. Okay, Mark Grace ground out. Ken Griffey Jr. walks. Good for him. Do we steal? Of course we shouldn't because he always gets caught. All right, so it's 3-1. Bottom of the seventh. Miguel de los Santos flies out. Clark, error. A-Rod, double play. Thank you, A-Rod, for finally screwing up in this game. O'Leary, ground out. Hayes, ground out. Cabrera, ground out. So we can't hit crap off of Moyer. Moyer is giving up just 2 hits in this game. Torrey Hunter, ground out. David Segui, singles. Buhner strikes out. Okay, Sterling, you're coming out. You went 8. You went 7.5. Well, 7 1/3. I don't know. How do you count that? 7 1/3? 7 2/3. Good for him. Yep, that's my math skills coming out. Okay, Bosque. Sean Bosque coming in. And he gets the strikeout. Good for you, Sean Bosque. LaDuca against Rudy Cienez. I think he pitches for the Mariners, but he's wearing an Expos uniform. Guy didn't know what he was doing when he came to the stadium tonight. Stay off of the drugs. Okay, LaDuca walks. White strikes out. So we got a runner on first. I think we pinch hit for this guy. We pinch run for this guy, right? You have to. And who do we bring in? The speedy catcher, Bobby Hens. Grudzy, fielder's choice. Mark Grace. Mark, one swing of the bat. Tie this up. Let's freaking go. And he strikes out. Okay, so we can't get the sweep.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point.
We can't get the sweep.
Each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game.
Okay, so it's 3-1 loss, and Jamie Moyer collects the win. Of course, Sterling Hitchcock, our worst pitcher and most expensive pitcher, takes the loss here in this one. All right, so here we are, back to the calendar. We got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins and 3 losses. I'm sorry. Come on, Mike. There's another loss over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're 5-4 in the episode. We are now 59-47 on the season. Let's go ahead and jump back to our standings. So we are 10.5 games back of the Braves. Thank you. That means the Braves lost a couple of games while we've been winning here and there. So we're making our way up that ladder. All right, we're 12 games over 500. That's amazing. That's what we want. Definitely what we want. Okay, so here's another one. I got another one for you. If you're out there, you're watching. Well, if you're seeing this, that means you're watching, right? It means you're out there. Christmas grub, right? So Christmas grub. What are we eating for Christmas? We talked about Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be here next week because it will be Christmas, and I've got some stuff going on. So I'll be taking a week off, not from work, but from doing this. But we might do Whaler Wednesday. I don't know if I'll do the baseball one on Tuesday. Got some stuff happening. But Christmas Day, what are we eating? Because I know for me it's tamales. Oh, tamales on Christmas. On Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Shoot, I think we're eating those things for a couple of weeks afterward. Okay, so you see where we are. We're in second place. We're 10.5 games back. All right. We've got probably another hour or so of the episode. So we're going to see how far we can get with this team. Maybe into August, most of August. We might even just, if I just feel like it, I'll just keep pressing the button and scrolling through until we get to a big game, right? So Detroit, they've got a winning record. They're 60-46. We're heading into this one. Dustin Hermanson will be on the hill in the first game. Javi Vasquez in the second game. And in the third game, it's Trey Moore. That's a big game for us. He's 11-4 on the season. So on the hill for the Tigers, Cesar Samuel, Luis Franco, and Brian Clay. I'm thinking those guys are all made up. All right. Brian Clay. Okay, Dustin Hermanson in game 1. And we got the stupid draft picks. All right, draft pick signing. Ed Marquez, what do you think? You want to sign a contract with the Expos? He says, yes, I'd love to sign a contract with the Expos. Welcome to the team, Ed Marquez. Look at this guy. He's just playing hard to get, man. Napoleon Dynamite is just playing hard to get in this one. Okay, so we're gonna let him stew a little bit longer. We've signed everybody except for Napoleon Dynamite. Okay. Detroit in game 2, win. Detroit in game 3, loss. Okay, so we actually lost the series. That's the first time in the episode we lose a series. Trey Moore goes to 11-5. So that's a bummer. That's a bummer. He did the same thing last year. Pitched amazing to the All-Star break and then went and kind of petered out in the second half of the season. All right, Cubbies. 3 games with the Cubbies, I believe. Let's see. So, yes, we'll be taking on the Cubbies in 3. We've got Mike Thurman against Geronimo Ibar. And then we'll have Kerry Wood. Ooh, Kerry Wood. Stud Kerry Wood against Sterling Hitchcock, who is straight garbage this year. And then we go right up to the 1st of August, Dustin Hermanson on the hill for the Cubbies. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's just keep scrolling through, right? Let's see what we can do. And trade deadline is today. Oh, Lord. Okay. So it's the trade deadline, right? Do we make any trades? I don't think we need anything. Maybe a bullpen pitcher. Let's take a look at the trade block. Let's go ahead and look at the trade block. Oh, it doesn't do it by position. In hockey, you can do it by position. All right. Let's go back to us. So we're giving up nobody. We got nobody on the block. Suck it. All right, the Cubs. We're looking for a relief pitcher. Mike Myers. So, Mike Myers, right? Like Wayne's World Mike Myers or Michael Myers like... I'm going to go with Mike Myers like Wayne's World. Obviously, it's not him, but I kind of dig the name. He probably was a real pitcher, too. Probably was. Okay, we're looking for relief pitchers. So we've got Mike Myers on the Cubs. Keep that in mind. And he's 5-1 out of the bullpen. 5-1, 43 Ks. We might be looking at Mike Myers in a trade. Okay, that'd be a good bullpen pickup, right? Mike Walker, he's 4-0. He's a minor leaguer. D potential. No, thank you. Russ Johnson, he's a third baseman. Reggie Harris, D potential. How about Esteban Loaiza? Ooh, he's a B potential, 27 years old. Not a whole lot of... Okay, hold on a second here. Nope, not a whole lot going on. Phil Nevin. They want to give us Phil Nevin. Was Phil Nevin really a catcher? I didn't think so. Maybe he is. All right. So, Kurt Manwaring. Hideo Nomo wants to be traded. Mike Magnante of the Giants. Let's see his stats. 1-3. Nope. Thank you very much. Look at this, man. So, Tom Glavine wants to be traded. He's on the block. $26 million, and he's got 2 years left on that contract. And they want to get rid of him. But he's a starter. I don't need a starter. I need a reliever. Okay. Well, let's see here. I don't know. I think there's a way. Oh, yeah. So, okay, we could put somebody up there that we wouldn't mind trading. Right? So, Ugath is in the last year of his contract. He's got $16.3 million. All right, let's see his stats so far on the year. So he's got 38 saves in 50 appearances. but his ERA is pretty high. Yeah, we're not gonna trade Ugath. We're gonna hold on to him. Who else do we have out there we can trade? How about Danny Bishop, starting pitcher, 21 years old, for a relief pitcher? That's what we want, right? We want a relief pitcher. So let's go MLB ready. Nobody wants Dan Bishop? No, I don't want Tom Glavine. That's not what I want. Okay, here's what I want to see. Okay, so Dan Bishop is out there, and we are looking for a relief pitcher, right? So the Sox are offering a closer. He's 37 years old. Rick Aguilera, was he ever a closer? I don't think so. Derek Lowe, a starter. Yeah, nothing there. Twins are offering us Tony Womack. We got Rick Reed and Tom Goodwin. The Diamondbacks, Devon White and Tony Batista. Kilvio Veras and Trevor Hoffman. Oh, okay, wait, this could happen. This is supposed to be fantasy baseball, right? If I got anybody out there watching, we're talking about Trevor Hoffman being traded to the Expos for Dan Bishop. The Padres are like, yeah, we'll do this. We would get Kilvio done. Yes, I love it, right? I mean, we trade for Trevor freaking Hoffman. Deal. I agree. But look at the salary, though. $28 million combined if we take Kilvio Veras, too. So who's our... But we got Grudzy, man. Grudzy's been playing pretty good. But Kilvio was an all-star. So we could pick up an all-star second baseman in Kilvio Veras and Trevor Hoffman at the deadline for Dan Bishop. Now, yeah, he is a prospect, but you know what? My one assistant manager is saying do it. So you know what? Boom, it's done. Padres say yes. We say yes. So we have got Trevor Hoffman, which means we're probably going to put, for the remainder of the season, we'll use Trevor as a setup man, and we'll use Ugath as the closer. And if Ugath starts to crap the bed, then we'll put Trevor in as the full-time closer. I like the move. And we picked up Kilvio Veras at second base. So look at the all-stars on this team now. We got Vladdy. We got Grace, we got Kilvio, we got Ugath Urbina, and Trevor Hoffman, okay? And we only have $4.08 million left after this. So here's the piece. That was a great deal. That was actually a really good deal. And I'm excited about this because Ugath is done. You see his contract. He's in year 4 of 4. Trevor has 3 years left. Yes, he's $23.3 million, but once we lose Ugath, we're going to have about $20 million to play with in the off season. So exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Thank you very much to my assistant out there. That was huge. Okay. And there's probably people who play this all the time going, that was stupid. That was an idiotic trade. But you know what? I play this game like I play fantasy football or baseball from the heart. Okay. I'm the same guy who on draft day in fantasy football drafts all New York Giants because I'm a Giants fan. And my entire fantasy hockey team is made up of New York Islanders because that's who I like and that's who I watch. So, okay. That was huge. Oh, we got to fix this, right? We can't just leave it the way it is. Let's go to the roster. So the Padres have agreed and we have agreed. And yeah, I don't need to see all this crap. Okay. So now we're at 28 and 26. So Ugath and Trevor, we already talked about what we're going to do there, which means that one of these bullpen guys has to go. Rick DeHart, yeah, Rick, you're gone. See you later. Welcome to AAA, my friend. Which means we got to move somebody from AAA to AA. Melvin Brady. Oh, Kirk Bullinger. You're going to go down to Class A. Oh, sucks to be you, buddy. All right. So that takes care of that. And then who else did we add? We added a second baseman, right? So Kilvio was added. Grudzy, you're going to stay. Which means that Mike Mordecai, you're going to, oh, let's see. Michael Young is going to stay, right? So Ramon, you're going to single A, and Mike Mordick. Oh, Howie, you're going to go to double A, and Mike Mordecai, you're going to triple A. Oh, he has 5 years in a freaking league. Bummer. You know, I hate that little rule. That's so stupid. So if they have 5 years in the league, we can't send them down, or they'll go to waivers. And I really don't care if I lose Mike Mordecai. But, okay. Orlando Cabrera. So we got to send somebody down. Somebody has to go. Do we send Sung Hyun Chu? Trace Coquelet? Yeah, you're going to Class A, Trace. Sorry, buddy. And that means that Sung Hyun Chu can go down to AAA. Perfect. So we're even. Ha 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 ha. Now we're even. And that means Trace can come back up, right? Because AA is 25 of 26. So Trace, welcome back up. You're going back to AA. Okay, now we're good. I promise. Now we're good. But we do have to look at our depth, our pitching rotation. So here's the rotation, how it is right now. And we should have changed it at the All-Star break because Sterling Hitchcock should not be our ace. He absolutely should not be our ace. This is what we're interested in right here. The bullpen. So Mike Maddox, you will remain a middle reliever. Anthony Telford. Terry Mulholland, you're going to middle relief. Okay. Trevor Hoffman will be the setup man, like we said, and Ugath will be our closer. Okay. Beauty. All right. So big deadline news, and we are heading. We're out of the month of July. Now we are. So they have 42 players on their 40-man roster. Oh, that means we got to fix that too. See? I'm so excited about the trade, but I don't think like an actual manager, right? Let's go to our 40-man. This is always easy to fix. You just take the lowest guy possible and say, goodbye. You're not going to be on the 40-man anymore. Show me the lowest. Nate Field? Oh, Kirk Bollinger? No. Kirk Bollinger from the 40-man. You will need to pass. Yeah. Nobody's going to pick that guy up. Nate Field. Sorry, buddy. You're gone too. Okay. So we're good now. We should be good. Let's see if we can actually play a game. Rondell White sustained an injury. Broken hand. He's out 1 to 2 months. Oh, come on. We're going to put him on a 60-day. We're going to auto-fix all lineups. And, Napoleon Dynamite. Is he going to sign the contract? Because if he signs the contract, his name changes, right? He wants... What does he want? Well... Oh, and he signs. Napoleon Dynamite is now an Expo. Welcome to the Expos, Napoleon Dynamite. Okay. One of my favorite flicks. I love that movie. Love that movie. Okay. So now that I have gone through this craziness for the last 10 minutes, it's time to hopefully get a game going, right? Oh, no, that's right, because what's his name got injured. So that's okay. That's okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Baseball. Oh, my God. Another one. They're all getting hurt now. And here's another one. My Lord. Okay. Okay, so Cincinnati. So we actually won that game. After all that button mashing, we finally won a game. All right, so we're taking on Cincinnati, the the defending National League champions in 3 games. So there was no Sunday. We had a Sunday off, so I didn't have to actually play a game. All right, here we go. Cincinnati. The Expos have 94 players in their organization. We got to do this. We have to go. You know what? All right. Who's going to go? Matt Wagner is a 25 overall. What's he do? Just sit on his... Anyway. Kevin Hook. Captain Hook. No, Captain Hook has to stay. Jason Camilli. Yeah, bye, Jason. Yeah, I don't care if I have to pay you 350K. That's all right. I think we're good now. Another injury. We take a loss. We take a loss. We take another loss. Okay. We've lost. So we get swept by the Cincinnati Reds. And now it's 4 with Atlanta. Ooh, this is a big series. So we're 61-54. The Braves are 73-41. Okay. Sterling Hitchcock is on the bump in game 1 against Paul Bird. Then it's Dustin Hermanson against John Smoltz. Then we got Greg Maddux and Javi Vasquez. And then Trey Moore against Kevin Millwood. Kevin Millwood is 16-2. Oh my God. 16-2 for Kevin Millwood on the season. We start off on Thursday night and we take a loss. We get absolutely shelled by the Braves. We've lost 4 games in a row. The dog days of August are killing us. Okay. We get a win in game 2, though. So Dustin Hermanson gets his 12th win of the season. John Smoltz takes the loss. 6-2 Expos. Saturday night game, we get a 4-3 win. We've taken 2 out of the last 3 from the Braves. So we're heading into Sunday night. We got to watch this one. Trey Moore on the hill. Kevin Millwood on the hill for the Braves. Let's roll into this one. For sure, Braves, Expos. Here we go. This one is at Olympic Stadium. At Olympic Stadium. The screen goes a little dark for that. It's almost scary. The whole room gets dark. All right, here we go. Trey Moore on the hill. Oh, our boy, Kilvio Veras. Kilvio Veras is at second base in this one. So we picked him up in that trade with the Padres. Thank you, San Diego. Orlando Cabrera will bat second and play short. Mark Grace will bat third and play first base. Ken Griffey Jr. will play center field and bat fourth. Vladdy Guerrero fifth, playing right field. Troy O'Leary in left and sixth. Charlie Hayes will bat seventh and play third. Ivan Rodriguez will catch and bat eighth. And Trey Moore will pitch and bat ninth. Okay, Trey Moore up on the hill in this one.
Play ball.
Here we go. We're trying to win 3 out of 4 against the first place Braves at home at Olympic Stadium. Trey Moore on the hill. He gets Castillo to ground out. Klesko grounds out. Chippa Jones grounded out. Okay, Kilvio Veras to lead off. We just got him fresh in a trade, so let's see what he can do for us. And he doubles. That's why we went out there and got him. Kilvio with 89 speed and 50 steal. Do we steal? Hell no. We bunt him over to third. Absolutely. Mark Grace singles him in. Welcome to Montreal, Mr. Veras. All right. Ken Griffey Jr. gets hit by a pitch. Kevin Millwood freaked out by the presence of Ken Griffey Jr. Vladdy, fielder's choice. Troy O'Leary, help us out. No, he grounds out. Okay, so we got one early on in this one. Okay, Trey Moore on the hill. The Expos ace. Lopez singles. Jones double play. Andres Galarraga, the big cat, ground out. Charlie Hayes to lead off for the Spos in inning number 2, and he grounds out. Pudge grounds out. And Trey Moore, can you get yourself started? No, he grounds out. Okay, Trey Moore on the hill. Tony Graffanino grounds out. Colin Washington strikes out. Kevin Millwood to help himself. No, not in this inning. Kilvio Veras, he doubled his first time up. Look at the stats on this dude. 319, 8 dinges, 34 ribs, and 23 stolen bases. And the Padres wanted to get rid of him? Jeez, they must be just dumping salary, right? Okay, he grounds out here. Cabrera's going to ground out. Mark Grace, solo jack. It's 2-0 Expos. Ken Griffey Jr., he grounds out. Luis Castillo now flies out. Ryan Klesko walks. Chippa. Wait. Oh, we picked off Klesko. Oh, I didn't even hit that button. He just did it. Chippa's going to ground out. Okay, so Trey Moore has given up 1 hit through 4 innings. That's our ace. Kevin Millwood, the Braves ace, has given up 3 hits and 2 runs through 3 innings for him. Guerrero's going to strike out. O'Leary's going to ground out. Hayes is going to ground out. Trey Moore gets back out on the bump. Javi grounds out. Andrew Jones strikes out. And the big cat is going to strike out. Okay, so we're through 5. The Braves have batted 5 times. We've given up just 1 hit now. Pudge coming to the plate. He grounds out. Trey Moore strikes out. Kilvio, one more time. And he singles. Bats away. And then he steals second. And then Cabrera flies out. Okay. But I'm impressed with Kilvio Veras. I'm impressed. That was a good trade. I think that was a good trade. It's paying off. Graffinino grounds out. Washington flies out. Kevin Millwood singles. Okay, so he starts it off for himself. Luis Castillo grounds out. All right, so here we are now. So Trey Moore has pitched 6 strong innings. He's given up 2 hits, but he's got the shutout going. Grace strikes out. Ken Griffey Jr. flies out. Vladdy Guerrero is going to pop up to end the inning. So it's 2-0 Expos. Top of the 7th. Trey Moore still has some gas left in the tank, so we're going to throw him against Klesko. Ground out. Jones, strike out. Javi Lopez walks. So we got a runner on first. Andrew Jones at the plate, and he singles. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. The big cat at the plate, and he grounds out. Thank you, big cat. Thank you very much. All right, Kevin Millwood still on the hill. Oh, they bring in Kevin McGlinchey. Or Kevin McGinnis, whatever the announcer wants to call him. Whatever he feels like. I think he's drunk. We're going to say the announcer here is drunk. That's why I can't pronounce their names. Okay, Troy O'Leary, singles. Charlie Hayes, double play. God darn you, Charlie Hayes. Pudge is going to ground out. Okay, so we've got to take Trey Moore out, right? Can he get the bottom of the lineup? Do we leave him in there for that? We're going to, right? We're going to. Ground out, Colin Washington. Fly out, Kevin McGlinchey. They bring on Abraham Benitez, and he flies out. So Trey Moore has gone 8 solid innings, but we're going to take him out. We're definitely going to take him out. We're going to bring in Bobby Hens. He's going to get a little pinch hit action, and he grounds out. Kilvio Veras, who's 2 for 3, grounds out. Cabrera grounds out. Okay, so it's time to bring in our closer. Oh, hold on, dude. Our closer right here. Ugeth. We're going to bring in Hoffman. We're going to give him a shot in this one. All right, Trevor. Trevor Hoffman, first appearance with the Expos since the trade, and he gives up a single. He gets the double play, and now Chippa Jones. You know what? Let's go see what Trevor has in this one. We're going to watch this, right? It's his first appearance at Olympic Stadium.
Welcome if you just joined us, John Shambi. Chris Singleton as we
Trevor Hoffman on the hill for the Expos. Chipper follows this one off. Look at the massive... Oh, he stood up on the bench. Look at the massive foul territory, though, at Olympic Stadium.
Ball one. 1-1.
So Trevor Hoffman and Ugueth Urbina combined have 73 saves on the season. Ugueth has 38, Trevor with 35. I think it was a good deal, right? So we know we got a starter or a closer for at least the next 2 years. We don't have to worry about signing Ugueth Urbina,
Could be a little vulnerable for a fastball right here.
which means I could have traded him for frickin' Ken Griffey Jr. Oh, what a bummer that is, right? I'm not Ken Griffey Jr.
That turned out to
A-Rod.
be a really good take
2-2,
right
Dale.
there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat.
All right, 2-2. Come on, Trevor. Come on, Trevor. Shut him down, Trevor. Nice. Charlie Hayes.
The way pitchers do it in this one, you get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game, and for these pitchers, it really came down to a few.
Okay, so how about that? So we get the win in this one, a shutout for the Expos. We shut out one of the best teams in the bigs, right? We only allowed 4 hits. Trey Moore gets his 12th win of the season. We saw Trevor Hoffman get the close, or the save, close, save, whatever. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. Okay. So, wowzeroonie. We get 3 wins in a row against the best team in our division. And we're 10.5 games back. So not much changes. Not much really changed after all that. Okay. 10.5 games back. Bumba. All right. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know what I was doing there. Sorry. Okay, so let's sim through the days. We'll auto-utilize there. All right, so we got, we're going to go probably for another, we're going to, you know what, I'm going to quick sim through. I'm going to quick sim through the month of August, and we'll start our next episode in the month of September. We'll do our last month of the season. We'll see where we end up. Right now we are 9 games above 500, so that's a good number for this team. I mean, shoot, if we can get to 81 wins, would be huge. That's 500. 81 wins would be huge. Of course, we want playoffs, but 81 wins would be huge. Okay. So, Florida for 3, and we know what Florida does to this team. We're on the road the next 6 games. We got Florida for 3, the White Sox for 3. So, Mike Thurman in game 1 against Florida, and we take a loss. Game 2, a loss. Game 3 is a win. Okay, so we take a loss, and a win. Not good, right? We can't be doing that against the freaking Marlins. And look, it was the bullpen. We had Telford with a loss, and then Ugueth gets the win. So the bullpen doing it there. Okay, the White Sox are 52-69, and we get a win 10-3. Trey Moore going for his 13th win of the season, and he loses 1-0. Who pitched for the White Sox? Mike Morgan. And then Sunday night game, White Sox, Expos in this one, and we get a win. Okay, so we are 67-58, and we're heading back home to Montreal. We've got 3 with the Twins and then 3 with the Florida Marlins. Sterling Hitchcock gets a win. Good for him. Wow, he's now 6-12, so good for him. And he gets the win. We get the win in game 2. Can we sweep the Minnesota Twins? Yes, we can. So we got a sweep. We have 70 wins on the season, and it's only August. Yes, I love it. I absolutely love that. Okay, Now, Florida's coming to us. They just gave us a butt whooping in Florida. Welcome to Montreal. Let's sweep them over the weekend. We've got Trey Moore on the hill, our ace, on Friday night. And then we've got Mike Thurman on Saturday and Sterling Hitchcock on Sunday. Okay, Trey Moore on Friday night. That's a loss. Look at all these injuries down in the minors. Saturday, look. I didn't even see what that one. I didn't see what that one was. So we get a win. Okay, I got to check that out. We had an injury and I didn't see what it was. I jumped through it too fast. Telford. Okay, so let's look here. Kareem Hawkins and Francisco Morales are injured for us. Those are minor league guys. And then Rondell White is still out with that broken hand for another 37 days. That's a bummer. And Anthony Telford just a couple of days. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. All right. So we need a win to beat the Marlins on the weekend series. Oh, no. Grudzi sustained an injury, finger contusion. It appears he will be out. No, he's playing. I don't care. Okay. Now it's 3 with the Braves on the road. And we are 9.5 games back. Oh, we're out of double digits. We're out of double digits. Okay. So we're 71-60, 9.5 games back. And the Expos are making a move. They are making a move. Let's check the standings, right? So we know where we sit in the East. We're not going to catch up. We're not going to win the East unless we have some magical 1978 Yankees run, right? Sorry, Red Sox fans. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up, all right? The Yankees came back from way back. I'm pretty sure it was 78. I'm pretty sure. This is what's key for us right now. We currently have a 2-game lead for the wild card, but we are tied with the Cardinals for a wild card spot. Ooh, wouldn't that be great if it came down to like a tie? I don't know how they break that tie. I don't know how they would break that tie. But it looks like we're ahead right now. If it's like a golf leaderboard, we're ahead for whatever reason. That's good. Maybe it's like runs scored. I don't know how they break it, but maybe that's what it is. So right now, if the playoffs started today, our Expos are in. That's good to know. That's good to know. So we need to keep kind of throwing those wins up on the board, right? I mean, obviously that's the whole point of this, but we need to try to keep getting some wins on the board. Okay, Atlanta, game 1. Dustin Hermanson, John Smoltz, win. Ooh, Javier Vasquez, Greg Maddux, game 2, loss. Bummer, 2-1. Okay, this is what we saw last time. This was a pitching duel. Kevin Millwood, Trey Moore, right? We got the win at home with Trey Moore on the hill. Now we've got Kevin Millwood and Trey Moore in Atlanta, and we lose 2-1. So again, these two teams kind of dueling, right? Okay, we had 8-5, we got 2-1 and 2-1. So not bad. Okay, Mets, Expos, Thursday, Thurman, Dotel, loss. Okay. Friday, we've got Hitchcock and Al Leiter. That's a win. Okay, now Dustin Hermanson, Ruben Schreiber. Okay, Terry Jones sustained an injury, a bruised foot during today's game. Yeah, sorry, Terry. You're going to keep playing, dude. We're trying to win baseball games. Suck it up, put some ice on that thing, and get out there and play. Mets, Sunday. Javier Vasquez, Kevin Appier on the hill. This is 2 games left in the month of August, and then we'll kind of roll out of the episode here. So we're going to see the Mets, and then, we'll see the 3 games against St. Louis, and then we'll be out. So let's go ahead, and we're going to jump into this one. since it's kind of a hometown team, right? It's the Mets. Not my home, not where I live now, but when I was a kid. So Shea Stadium. Hopefully we get to see old Shea Stadium. That'd be great. Oh, we saw that in another episode, right? Yes, we did. That was on one of my shorts, actually. And that was Rondell White hitting a home run. Right. That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, so if you're just jumping in, we got Kilvio Veras and Trevor Hoffman in a trade at the trade deadline. And we gave up I don't remember who we gave up. Oh, Lord, I don't remember who we gave up in that trade. You know what? I have to check now. Now I have to go back and check because I don't remember who we gave up. Oh, that's right. We gave up a prospect, Dan Bishop. They gave us Trevor Hoffman and Kilvio Veras because they're not sharp. So that's okay. That'll work out for us. Dan Bishop, he might be a great pitcher. And I think that was the first guy we drafted. That might have been the draft pick I wanted to keep. But you know what? Whatever. We got Trevor Hoffman. We got Kilvio freaking Veras out of the deal. So let's go back to this now. Now that I nearly lost my mind, right? Okay. Mets, Expos, Shea Stadium. Here we come. So we got Vasquez on the hill for us. We'll have Kilvio Veras at second base. Orlando Cabrera batting second, playing short. Mark Grace batting third and playing first base. Batting fourth, playing center, Ken Griffey Jr. Batting fifth, out in right field, Vlad Guerrero. Batting sixth and in left field, Troy O'Leary. Batting seventh and playing third base is our man Charlie Hayes. Batting eighth and catching is Pudge Rodriguez. And, of course, Javi Vasquez will be on a bump, and he'll bat ninth in this one.
Play ball.
Okay, Kilvio's going to lead off, and he grounds out. Cabrera pops out. Mark Grace pops out, or grounds out, sorry. Preston Wilson singles. Rich Becker
Take your base. Ball 4.
walks. Okay, Javi.
He's safe.
Gives up a single to Fred McGriff. Gives up a single to Edgardo Alfonso. Gets Castillo into a fielder's choice. Ordonez grounds out. Okay, so he gives up 2 runs in the first inning. Not the best start for Javi. Ken Griffey Jr. leads off with a single. Do we steal second?
He's safe.
Oh, he finally stole a base. Thank you, Ken Griffey Jr.
3.
Strikeout. O'Leary, single. Charlie Hayes, double play. Ruben Sierra at the plate for the Mets, singles. Kevin Appier sacks him over to second.
Ball 4.
We're going to walk Preston Wilson. Becker strikes out. Fred, the crime dog, McGriff, flies out. Okay, so we got out of that one. Pudge
Ball 4. Take your
walks. We'll bunt him over, and he pops it up. Way to go, Javi Vasquez. Kilvio singles. So we got first and third. Orlando Cabrera at the plate. He doubles in 2, and it's 3-2 Expos. Mark Grace flies out. Ken Griffey Jr. singles in another run. It's 4-2 Spos.
Take your base. Ball 4.
Guerrero's going to walk. Troy O'Leary, can you come up big? No. Okay. Edgardo Alfonso at the plate. Javi, we got you some help there, baby. Now, let's get this done. He gives up a single. He gets a fly out. He gets a fielder's choice, and he's going to get another fielder's choice. Okay. Charlie Hayes doubles. Way to go.
3.
Javi, So I'm sorry, Pudge strikes out.
Ball four,
Javi
take your base.
walks. So we got first and second for Kilvio
Ball
Veras.
4, take your
And
base.
he walks bases juice for Orlando freaking Cabrera. And he pops out. Mark Grace
3.
strikes out. Oh, we get the bases loaded and we do nothing with it. Ruben Sierra
3.
strikes out. Octavio Dotel
3.
strikes out. Preston Wilson singles. Rich Becker
You're out.
strikes out. Okay, so we're through 4 innings. Okay, Dotel's getting worn down. Griffey
Ball 4.
walks.
Out.
Then he gets caught stealing. Vladdy flies out. Troy O'Leary grounds out. Javi's still got some juice. We're going to leave him in there.
3.
He gets Becker. He gets McGriff.
Ball 4, take
He
your base.
walks Alfonso.
He's safe. Out.
And he gets Castillo. Okay, so that's 5 innings. Now, Dotel's still out there. He's not going to be out there. Joe West comes in. Double for Hayes. Ground out for Rodriguez. And I'm sorry, buddy, but I got to take him out because he's almost out of juice. Bobby Hens to pinch hit. And he hits a 2-run jack. How about the Expos Hall of Famer, Bob freaking Henley with the home run? It is now 6-2 Spos. And we get Kilvio Veras to ground out. Cabrera doubles. Gray singles.
Ball 4, take
Griffey
your base.
walks. Oh, we're going off in this inning. Guerrero fielder's choice. Okay, we know. We know. So I think so I don't think I can do a double. Like I'm trying to make a double switch, right? But I don't think you can do that. So I need a. We'll go with Mulholland, right? Yeah.
3.
Gets a strikeout. Gets a ground out.
3.
Gets a strikeout. Good job, Terry Mulholland. All right, Troy O'Leary against Mike Trombley. Hits a solo jack. It's 8-2. Charlie Hayes, ground out. Pudge, ground out. Terry Mulholland, ground out. Okay, bottom 7. Ruben, grounds out. Trombley. Todd Pratt coming to the plate. Flies out. Wilson, grounds out. Kilvio freaking Veras hits a solo jack. Welcome to Montreal, baby. Cabrera strikes out. Grace walks. Ken Griffey Jr. He's 2 for 2. First time we've seen him play like this on a Sunday night game. And he doubles. So we got second and third with 1 out for Vlad. And he hits a sac fly. So, okay, does his job. We have scored 10 freaking runs. This team has scored 10 runs in this game. O'Leary reaches on an error. Charlie Hayes grounds out. So he ends the inning, but we are up 10-2. Terry Mulholland, you're coming out. We're going to bring in Bennett. Shane, you're going to get a little experience here. Gives up a single, gives up a double, gives up a single, gives up a single,
Ball 4, take your base.
walks a batter,
Ball 4, take
walks
your base.
another batter. Fielder's choice. Okay. So he gave up 4 runs because he's a terrible bullpen pitcher. Like we talked about earlier in the episode, we have an awful, awful, awful bullpen. All right, Pudge. Singles. Shane Bennett's coming out. Paula Duca comes in to pinch hit. He singles. Veras, fielder's choice. Cabrera, sac fly. Grace is going to walk. Ken Griffey Jr. with a chance to go 4 for 4 in this one. And he singles. Wait, is that did he hit for the cycle? Oh, we got to check, right? We got to check. Did he hit for the cycle? Oh, we can check. No, he didn't hit a home run. He also didn't hit a triple. Knucklehead. All right, so Guerrero, fielder's choice. Go for a little pitching change. Telford comes in to get 3 outs in the ninth. 1, 2, 3. All right, so he closes it out. Javi gets his. That's not right. He's not 11-3. There's no way. No, he's not 11-3. He's 11-8. That's more like it. Okay, so we finish up that series with the Mets. We win that game 12-6. We're now 12 games over 500. We are 10.5 games behind the Braves. And we are sitting 2 games back of the Giants for the wild card. Where the hell did they come from? Oh, Lord. So now we're 2 games back of the Giants for the wild card spot. Oh, we were tied. We were tied with the Cardinals, I believe. Yeah, now we're behind. Oh, bummer. That's not good. Okay, so that just leads us into the next episode, right? So heading into next week's episode, if we have an episode next week, Tuesdays are going to be a little tough. We'll see what happens. But here's where we stand. We have 3 with the Cardinals. We've got the A's, then the Cardinals again, then Texas, Philly, Cleveland, Philly, and Houston to make our way through. Is that through? Yes, that will do it. That'll be the end of the season. So we're just going to do it that way. So here's the key series coming up in the next episode. St. Louis, St. Louis. Okay? We are 75-63. I think it's going to take 15 victories to get this done. To get us a wild card spot, it's probably going to take 15 wins. That gets us to 90. We have 24 games coming up. So we need to go 15-9 in the month of, 15-8, because there's only 23 games technically in September, because this last one will be in August. That's August 31st. So we need to get 15 wins on this particular board right here, not including that Mets win in the top left corner. So let's go ahead and take one more look. So we are currently 10.5 games behind the Braves. That is not going to happen. I believe that that's a impossibility for us to catch them, but we'll see. The main thing is going to be getting some wins at home. Look at our home record, okay? Kind of sliding over on the dial there. We are 30-36 at home. That's a bad record. We're 45-27 on the road. So we're killing it when we're out on the road. Usually it's the opposite, right? Day games were 29-20. Night games were 46-43. So what we need is a bunch of away day games. We get a bunch of away day games, we're going to take this thing. We take a look at the wild card. And again, we're 2 games back of the Giants, who we don't see, but we do get the Cardinals for 6 games in the last month of the season. So that's going to be huge, huge. If we can get 5 of those, that'd be great. 6 would be great, but 5 would be good enough. Okay, so the Braves are leading the East by 10.5 over the Expos. In the Central, we got the Cubbies by a half game over the National League champion or defending National League champion Cincinnati Reds. And out west, the Dodgers are in first place. They made some waves this year, but the Giants might be the team to watch. They have been on the move over the last month since we started this episode, so that's huge. We already looked at the wild card. And in the American League, the Yankees have a 7-game lead over the Orioles and a 7.5-game lead over the Sox. The Jays and the Rays, well, they're out of it. The Central looks like this. The Tigers have a 5-game lead over the Twins and a 9.5-game lead over the Indians. The White Sox and the Royals are kind of just bringing up the rear. Out west, we've got the Brewers with a 1.5-game lead over the Texas Rangers, and the Angels are set. So the West is actually kind of a toss-up right now. Both Wests, the National League, well, no, not even close. Padres are 22 games back. Rockies are 25 games back. Diamondbacks are 36 games back. So I don't see that happening. But in the American League West, that could be a real race. Okay, the Angels could make some moves. The Rangers could make some moves. And the Brewers are only 4 games over 500. So we'll kind of see how that pans out. That's going to be exciting stuff as we get through the month of September in our next episode. Okay, wild card in the American League looks like this. The Sox and the Orioles have basically locked up a wild card spot. The Twins and the Rangers are battling for that third spot. That's going to be interesting, too, as we make our way through the last month of the season. Okay, and of course, like we do at the end of every episode, we'll take a look at our league leaders. Chipper Jones is leading the National League in batting with 351, looking for a possible batting title. In the American League, it's Michael Masters of the Twins trying to dethrone last year's champion Derek Jeter. He's batting 336. And, well, let's see. We're going to look at the main categories, right? Well, this is always fun, right? Doubles. Sammy Sosa leads the league in doubles. How about Kilvio Veras, who we picked up in a trade? He has 36. For triples, Ken Griffey Jr. with 7. Woo! So an expo on the board there. Home runs, Jim Thome, 32. Sammy Sosa, 32. So the Cubbies have the 2 best home run hitters in the league. They're kind of battling for that top spot. In the American League, it's Derek Jeter and Tino Martinez, 36 and 30. Another laughable one. You know what I mean. RBIs, Sammy Sosa with 122 RBIs, and we're just entering the month of September. He's going to have like 150 RBIs at the end of the year. That's going to be crazy. Chipper has 97. Jim Thome has 32 jacks. He only has 88 RBIs. So he must be batting right behind Sammy in the lineup. That's got to be how it's happening. Derek Jeter has 112 RBIs, another laughable one. Tino Martinez with 98. Nomar Garciaparra has 94. Let's look at stolen bases. That's always fun. That's base on balls. Stolen bases, Eric Young with 38. All righty. And pitching, Kevin Millwood. He's got 19 wins to lead the National League. He's going to be a 20-game winner, so good for him. American League, David Cohn with 15. Geraldo Serrano with 14. Andy Pettit with 14. So, and is there any Expos? Oh, there he is. Dustin Hermanton with 14 wins. Get out of here. And, of course, Trey Moore with 12. I forgot about Hermanson. 14 wins. Get out of here. He's 14 and 9. He had a good month then. Yeah, let's see. Recent games. We played what? July and all of August? Yeah, good for us. So he's 5 and 3 in his last 10, right? Okay. Okay, so that's just kind of a quick look at the stats up to this point in the season. All right. So we're going to leave it right there for the week. We will come back next week, last month of the 1999 season. The Expos are trying to eke their way into a playoff spot and hopefully not have to play the Braves. Hopefully play the Braves because we've played them pretty tough on the season. We'll see our September call-ups. We've got, you know what? Before we roll out, All of our draft picks are signed, and this is what we ended up with. So scouted potential, this is how it looks. So scouted potential was 66 to 96. That's what our scouts told us. And if you look on the right, he's a 72, which is garbage. So Alexi Armas, who was a catcher that we drafted with our first pick in the draft, is going to be a 72 potential. The best one we got was Joaquin Carlson, a pitcher who was scouted at a 74 to 95, and he'll be an 83. That's the highest he can get. Napoleon Dynamite, well, he's a 56, 85 scouted, and he's going to be a 70. So that's no bueno. That's no bueno, right? No, not at all. And it's about what I thought. Oh, man, that's a bummer. Elroy, all that talk about the contract, he doesn't even want to sign with the team. Bummer. That's a bummer. That's a bad draft. So we have to make sure that next year when we go for our drafts that we are actually paying attention and go get new scouts. Good scouts. Good scouts are important. That's something I've definitely learned playing this. Okay, so that's going to do it for the week. For those of you who joined me early on, thank you for stopping by. That's always a lot of fun. I enjoy as many questions as we can get. We pulled off one major trade. We got ourselves a closer, probably for the next 3 or 4 seasons here with the team, Trevor Hoffman, in a trade. We gave up a pitcher, a strong pitching prospect, but we got Trevor Hoffman to lock down that closing out of the bullpen for the next couple of years. And we even picked up Kilvio Veras, who's been excellent so far since we've had him. We discussed a little bit of Christmas movies. We talked Christmas food. We talked we talked everything. All right. A lot of fun. Always a lot of fun being inside the cave. Tomorrow night, we are back. It's Whaler Wednesday. We'll be on 6 p.m. right here, unless something comes up, and that could happen. If anything comes up, I'll be sure to put a little comment on the channel page. Feel free to drop a comment, please subscribe. All the comments you can give me are always helpful, definitely helpful. The likes are helpful as well, but feel free to comment. Let me know you watched. I've had a couple of new viewers, couple new subscribers. So if you're watching and you're enjoying the content, you just want to be part of the conversation, go ahead and put your comments down below, and I'll answer them when I can. And if I don't see you tomorrow night, Merry Christmas. Everyone have a great holiday. Whatever it is, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate here over the next couple of weeks, enjoy. Make sure to spend some time with your family. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow inside the cave, or possibly 2 weeks from now. All right, everyone. Have a good night.